Hey everybody, and we're back. As always, it's been a little while since we've recorded, so I believe what we were supposed to do next was to go find the Flame Champion.
Indeed it was.
Alright.
But
And again, playing so much Dragon Quest, I'm confused.
all the buttons are abnormal again.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, but didn't we already find the Flame Champion? I mean, aren't we him?
Yeah, we are the new Flame Champion, we just decided this.
Yes.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Remember to be careful, my son.
No! What?
He's afraid she's gonna hug him. What's wrong?
You were going to do that thing to me.
I see you are now a man more than a son. I see you are now a man more than a son. Okay, I'll just go with it. But you must still promise to be careful.
I promise.
Sorry, moving my microphone. Hugo, the sergeant is ready. Who else will you take? Didn't I already make this decision in the last video? You're gonna... Okay, yeah, see? Look, they're all here still. I've already made my decision.
I mean, you can change your mind. I meet Flame Champion. My people then happy. Glad I didn't have to force you to do it.
Whee! Yay, Fubar's back!
He didn't voice himself?
I didn't hear it, but my TV's kind of low right now. Hugo, I shall now tell you the location of the Flame Champion hideaway.
Thank you for believing in me.
Oh no, I told everyone else too, don't worry about it. Alright. Let's go. The Flame Champ hideaway. I find that funny they just did not have the space for the whole thing.
Oh, golly. I mean, it was probably like, 3 characters in Japanese, but...
Yeah. I know Flame would have been one kanji. I don't know about Champion or Hideaway.
This must be it. This must be it, what Sana was talking about.
Yeah, I thought that was a period, not a comma.
Yeah, it threw me off. You'd think a hero would prefer a less humid place.
Hey, what's wrong with caves? You didn't seem to mind it back with the lizard people. Oh my gosh, I can actually see!
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's unusual. I expected this place to be so dang dark, like everything else. Potter actually came to visit me recently, and we were playing Banjo-Tooie on the Xbox One, and she got to a point, she goes, "Why is this so dark?" And I'm like, I'm just starting to think it's my TV. It's just so dang dark. Yeah, Banjo-Tooie, impossible to play on the Xbox One. We just gave up. Like, the controller is so sensitive, it's impossible to, like, aim at anything.
I mean,
although,
was it that hard to be... Like, was the game originally that difficult?
I don't remember, honestly. I never beat it as a kid, and I actually finally remember why I didn't beat it as a kid, because the game was just... Banjo-Kazooie was a great game, and Banjo-Tooie I felt like had way too many, like, shooting elements. Because I think at the time, like, those first-person shooters were, like, stupidly popular. And so, like, there's even sections in the game that's, like Doom style. And I'm like, why? Why did we have to do that? Anyways.
Did you see that Fubar just did over 1,000 damage?
Yes! I missed Fubar so much. Normally I'd heal, but let's go ahead and just hope that we take this guy out before we need to. Unfortunately, like I said, I've been playing way too much Dragon Quest, and up until... I'm on Dragon Quest 6 right now, and this is actually the first one in the series. It's hard enough that I've actually been dying, so it's like... I'm actually, like, a little bit more cautious now, because when I was playing Suikoden before, I was like, this is an easy game, like Dragon Quest. Nope. Dragon Quest got hard. It's the first time in the game series I've actually had to use the bank to, like, store my money. I know one's a dead end, but I don't remember which, so let's just explore. It'll be kind of nice when we get to Suikoden 4, because I actually have a strategy guide, so I can look at the maps that way and not waste our time.
Yeah, I'm pulling up some of the FAQs and stuff right now.
I don't think this place is very big, plus it wouldn't hurt to level a little.
They recommended having characters at least level 65. Full party, fully leveled up with all their skills. So yeah, not too hard.
like how Hugo had his eyes closed right there. He was just like, ugh.
Oh. Disappointing to see that Halleck missed.
Yeah. Oh, dang it! I thought Hugo would be close enough to another skeleton to actually do his knife thing. Okay, good. Because this is... I hate when I keep switching between games because I have to adjust to the game style, and I'm like... I'm not used to this 3D game style at the moment. The only games I've really been playing is Dragon Quest and Civ 6.
We started playing through Rhyme.
Oh. It's not a bad game. I haven't played it, but...
Do you have it?
No, but I've seen some videos for it.
It's interesting. Like, I realized as I got into it, basically the only part that I ever saw anything of was like the very first section of the game, like the first quarter of the game, more or less, is where like all the trailers and everything else show you.
Yeah.
And they show you very, very little about anything else in the game. And so it's just kind of like a, as you get into the game, where it's like, this is interesting and clever, and yet I feel as if it almost like needed more time to bake in the oven type of a thing, though, to some extent. Because there's like some gameplay mechanics that they didn't quite nail down, I feel like. So it's like, it's a good game, I'm enjoying it, but it's got like a PG level of creepiness, though, to it in various points. As far as like, there's like enemies that kind of like make whispery sounds at you.
Oh.
And they kind of like have, you know, they're kind of like these shadowy looking figures and stuff like that. And so it's not like super creepy. It's not like, you know, crazy, but it's just like, just creepy enough that my wife doesn't like it. So she's like, oh, you're playing the game again? I'm like, yes, the one you bought me.
Speaking of half-baked games, I'm still waiting for Stardew Valley Beta to come out. Like, the Stardew Valley Beta is out for like Steam, and I'm just waiting for it to finish. I really want to play it on the Switch.
So, yes, Stardew Valley would be awesome. But, sorry, talking about Steam just reminded me. Valve announced, like, yesterday or something like that, that they are coming out with new apps sometime this month for Apple devices and Android devices. That
What does that mean?
Well, basically, it's going to be like Steam Link, but on your iPhone or on your Android phone, on your tablet, or on your Apple TV.
I don't use Steam, so I don't know what Steam Link is.
Steam Link is a separate hardware device they have that lets you stream to your TV from your gaming PC. So it's like a it's like a Chromecast, but for Steam.
That seems odd.
Well, this is a device that already exists, but the idea is that, like, you know, you have your PC set up somewhere and you don't necessarily want it to be hooked up to the TV. And so you have it off in some distant corner, you know, at a desk somewhere. But maybe you want to play a game on your TV. Like the Steam Link
So
was...
you'd have to get out the keyboard and mouse for the TV.
Yeah, you could if you want to. It can either do wired or wireless keyboard and mouse.
Okay, I guess I'm having a hard time seeing the use of this, but go ahead.
Well, but I mean, there are a lot of games on Steam that can work just fine with controllers as well. And like the whole big picture mode is geared around using a controller instead. So to me, this is actually really exciting because like there are a number of games that I would not mind buying on Steam that I would be perfectly happy to play with a controller. And so for me, that's like, I would love this because then I can like just beam it over to my Apple TV, play it on the, you know, on the TV that way, and suddenly it opens up all these options. Or alternatively, if it's like a game that's a little bit creepier, I can just pull up my iPad, basically use my iPad as a monitor for it, effectively. And so, you know, if my wife was like, this is kind of creepy, I could be like, okay, I'll just pull up my little monitor here and hook up the headphones and play it myself.
Let me see. There's only... Oh, dang it. I was hoping nobody would attack her, but they did anyway.
To me, it's kind of like, why is the Switch good, you know? The Switch is good
don't
because
get me started on that.
Well, no, but I mean, but it's good, though, because you can do a lot of things with it, right? Like, you can play on the TV, you can take it with you, you can do whatever you want with it. This basically is...
Ironically, you can't watch YouTube on it.
No, ironically not that, or Netflix. And they just said yesterday, I think, that they're not planning on coming out with a Virtual Console for it.
You know, I heard that they were going to do Virtual Console, but I also heard that they changed their minds because their indies are doing so well.
Yeah.
And that really makes me mad because I don't see how... I understand, like, the business logic, but again, I don't see how... Like, Virtual Console being there or not, I'm not gonna buy indie games like a lot of the times. Like it's just like most of the indie games out there are not a genre I want to play. So whether there's games or not, it's not gonna change my mind.
Yeah, what they said was that they're not going to do the Virtual Console. If you want to play old games, they're whatever they're called, Nintendo Online for $35 a year program. It will come with a subscription, and it gives you access to some of the basically Virtual Console games. So like they have like a list of like 20 NES games that are going to get unlocked if you subscribe.
Yeah, real quick, I think I might have actually gone the right way when I thought I was going the wrong way the whole time. I got Old Book Volume 1. Is there anything else I need to worry about in here? Oh, you know what? Actually, no, this is a mini-boss. Okay, good. Never mind. I was gonna say, I thought I went the wrong way.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Now go ahead.
No, I didn't really have much else.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat her, but at least I just saved.
Yeah, I mean, they gave you a save point. It's like, why are they giving me a save point right before I dead end?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with me in Virtual Console, the thing I love about Virtual Console is the fact that I actually still own all of my, like, games. But the problem is a lot of my cartridges are starting to go out because, you know, they have batteries and, you know, they get a lot of dust and all that stuff. So, and finding something to play them on is more difficult. So it's like, I already own them all. And I'm not a fan of emulators. But I mean, like, I love Virtual Console because I feel like they're perfectly played. And so it's like, yeah, I already own the game, but I'll just buy it again. That way it's a more stable version. And I just get real irritated when they're like, oh, it's just an old game, who cares? And I'm like, yeah, but if you publish something good that was new, then I'd buy it, but that doesn't seem to be the case either. I just... very frustrated. Like, I feel like the Switch is great, but there's still not a lot of good games, like, great games on it. I feel like it's just all the same thing you can get on the iPad. I'm like, ugh.
Well, I mean, I think the reason why the Switch feels a bit old to you, as far as the game library goes, is because you bought in so heavily on the Wii U.
That's true, yeah.
And so you got to experience, like, the Wii U, even though it never really sold, by the end of its run, it actually had a lot of really good games coming out for it. First-party titles, that is. Like, you know, so whether it's Mario Kart 8, or some of the later Mario games, or there was another one that I just had on my mind. I'm missing it right now. But anyway, there was quite a few different first-party good games that came out late in the Wii U's life cycle. And a lot of them now are getting ported over to the Switch.
Switch, yeah.
And so for you, it's like, yeah, there's nothing, you know, there's very little of interest for you. Plus, you still haven't gotten into Breath of the Wild somehow, which I don't understand. But you will one day. One day it will get its claws into you like it did with the rest of us.
See, the problem I have is I just struggle with games that don't give me direction to start. And I understand the purpose, so don't get on my case, you know, and it's just, I need a direction to go. So if they said, you woke up, here's an iPad, there's an old man with a fire, have fun, I really struggle with it. And this is one reason I struggled with Myst so much, because it's the same thing, you know, they're just like, here's a place you've been dumped in, have fun. And I'm not saying they're bad games, it's just I need someone to help me get going, and unfortunately Helper was the only person at the time, and he's not that great at this kind of stuff either. So literally all we've done in Zelda is throw everything we could find in that old man's fire and watch it burn, because we didn't know what the heck we were supposed to be doing. And then we got killed by the same robot 16 times, and we said, you know what, I think I've had enough of this. And I mean, like, yeah, to be fair, I didn't really give it that much of a chance, but
oh no, I completely understand where you're coming from on this. Like,
see, if you were here helping me get started, I probably would get into it. It's just, I don't know, my thing with video games a lot of the time is I really like story, which is one reason I think I've enjoyed Dragon Quest so much, because it's very story heavy. And I'd take reading books for me, just because I struggle reading a lot. Not that I can't read, I mean I can, it's just a lot of times I miss emotional cues and stuff like that, and in video games a lot of story isn't based on emotions, which is actually kind of nice for me. And so it's, for me, I love the story, and so when I get games like that, I just like, I don't want to play this, you know? So it's like, one thing I'm frustrated with recently is I feel like the iPad is just so full of artsy games right now. It's just like, I've had enough. It's just like, come on, put out a real game, dang it. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to...
So you're talking about, like, you know, artsy games and stuff. I finally got around to playing Inside recently.
That sounds familiar, but I can't picture it.
You remember Limbo?
Yes.
It's the same people that did Limbo.
Okay.
Anyway, and it's a similar type of game. So it's except it's set in a three-dimensional world, but you're kind of running on a 2D plane. So the entire game is.
How did you miss her? She's like 6 times your size. Oh no, I remember her now.
Something that broadsides at barns comes to mind.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat her, and I don't know if I really care right now, because we're gonna easily come back here, but we'll see. Yep, I remember this. She silences you. Yep, my healer's silence. That's just amazing.
Well, that's what items are for, right?
Sorry, I'm paying too much attention to this game now. The one we're playing.
How dare you?
I know, Sanye, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna sacrifice you. Okay, this is one reason I like Hugo having the wind room, because he can heal himself. Seems on food bar, he should share it, yeah. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. And the fact that she's berserk, this is just... I hate this thing, because she's gonna probably do that stupid door move. How am I missing her so much? She's gonna... Oh, she's gonna do the feathers. Okay, well at least she... Oh, there he goes. Psh. You know what? Just attack her, because watch everyone miss. Bam! Right in her face. Oh, for a second there I thought she died. I was like, oh my gosh!
Yeah, I was like, last minute victory!
That, yeah, I was gonna say that shouldn't kill him.
Yeah, I mean,
but unfortunately, Sergeant Joe is still bent over, so I was like, yeah, he's still silenced. Heal again. And I was worried this was gonna be a short video, actually. I actually forgot she was in here. I mean, I knew there was a mini-boss, I just couldn't remember. For some reason, I thought it was a knight. Maybe a knight shows up later in the game.
I have no recollection of a knight, but I remembered her.
Funny. Please don't attack Sergeant Joe. Sergeant Joe. There he goes.
Sadly so.
Oh, and look, Potter's calling! Did I call that or what? I said it right before we... Yeah, I said right before we started recording, I was like, I think Potter's gonna call me, because she's been calling me, like, a lot recently. I'm surprised she tried calling me yesterday, actually.
So, I was gonna say, though, when it comes to, like, Breath of the Wild, though, I think you're right. Like, if I or somebody else who had played it before could be there to be like, okay, go this direction, and you'll find some people that you can talk to who will help you keep going. Like, I think that would have made a significant difference, but...
That's kind of how it was, though, when I played Ocarina of Time, because I got really frustrated with that game, too. And at the time, we were emailing each other back and forth, and you were helping me get moving in the right direction when I got frustrated. So, I don't know, Zelda is just one of those games that I love to watch people play, but I'm not a fan of playing myself, just because of that reason. It's just like, good luck!
Did you play Wind Waker, though?
I did play Wind Waker, but I didn't finish it. I remember... This is gonna sound really stupid, but I remember... I think I quit when there was something about a boat! It's like the world changed or something. I don't remember. Something happened that I felt like I had to start over.
Was it a...
I had played for quite some time, and then I think something happened and I just got frustrated and I said, you know,
well, I mean, so
not doing.
There are games where like the entire world changes. Wind Waker didn't really have anything like quite like it, but they did have one event where there was basically a storm that was going on across the entire world temporarily.
Yeah, that might have been it. I can't remember exactly. Oh, come on. At least I'm berserk. Come on, take her out.
So you could do the shredding.
Oh, yeah!
No way! No way! I mean, that was the last turn. You were not going to survive another attack.
That was literally the last. That's hilarious. Alright, I'm healing everyone just in case. Yeah, especially since I have to walk back quite a bit.
To the save point? Yeah, it's like, okay, like, now I need to go ahead. Okay, was there a treasure in here? Yeah.
There was.
I was gonna say, yeah, it would be horrible if a random encounter on the way back killed you.
Whoa!
Well, that's welcome.
123,000 pots. Let's get Stone of Power, Mega Medicine. And the bag is full. What? Damaged helm we're gonna get rid of. Okay, let's go to the end real quick. We need the grape seeds. Get rid of damaged helm. Let's get the fire magic ring. Get rid of the damaged helm. We'll take the kite shield and get rid of old leather. Silver white robe I definitely want to keep. Get rid of... Oh my gosh, why am I carrying around graffiti? Let's get rid of some graffiti. Custom tunic, whoa. I don't think I need new... just get rid of damaged leather. Thunderbolt leather, we'll get rid of... New chainmail. The wind hat, I guess we'll get rid of some medicine. Fine armor, oh my gosh, like... Get rid of new leather. Fine helm. Get rid of new leather. Blessed chainmail. We'll get rid of... I guess... I don't need all these urns. I almost never use these runes. I feel like it would be a waste to pick it up.
Okay.
I'm not going to. We'll just leave the rest of this. I don't need it. Okay, let's go. Let me save.
Yeah, it is a good thing you healed.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna get attacked. I mean... Plus, I mean, I gotta walk all the way back to where I was supposed to go, because I'm pretty sure I passed it earlier.
I have to say, I'm always kind of disappointed when you do have those games where it's like, here, we're going to throw a boss in your path. Oh, and then you got to keep walking for another 30 minutes before you get to a save point.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing, what was it, Lost Odyssey. And it's like, early in the game. You're like on a mountain path, and you've been walking for like 20 minutes with nothing but random encounters going on, and then suddenly, like, you're already low on health as it is, and then there's a boss. Big, difficult boss. At least for that point in the game. Like, and so I was like, okay, great. Like, let me take on this boss. Like, I barely know how this game works at all, but let's just fight him. He's got to be pretty easy, right? No, he's difficult. And then you beat him, and then it's like another 20 or 30 minute walk until you get to the bottom of the mountain and can save. And the first time I fought him, I just outright lost. The second time I fought him, I beat him, and then I died on the way down. And the third time I had to start over again. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why is this happening?
You know what? I don't even know if I feel like healing her, because she keeps wasting my medicines. Alrighty.
Did you play Skyrim, or was that just Helper?
Oh no, I've played Skyrim. Plus, I've seen Helper play Skyrim. You don't have any copies of Skyrim we own. I don't know why we own so many copies. I take that back. I know why. So originally we bought it for the PlayStation 3. Was it 3 or 4, Helper? It was one of those. We bought it for the PlayStation.
Yeah, you had it for the 3.
And we bought it for the PlayStation, and it was amazing. And then they announced, oh, sorry, you're not getting the expansions. And we were like, what the freak? You know, we were so upset. So we waited and waited and waited, and they're like, oh, no, not gonna happen, not gonna happen. So we're like, that's it. So we decided we really wanted to play the expansions, so we bought it for the Xbox. And, I hate this group of enemies. I'm almost tempted just to run. Because if these things grow all the way, then they explode and they really hurt. You know what? I'm gonna run. Good. And so we bought it for the Xbox and got all the expansions, and because I hate the Xbox, mine's not connected to the internet, so it actually never got any of the updates, so it's a really buggy version of Skyrim. It's actually really fun because there's all these bugs you could take advantage of. Well then, Helper was gonna be traveling for a while, and he's like, well, I really want to play Skyrim. And so he decided to buy it for the PC, so he could take it with him. So then we owned a PC version of it. And then on the PlayStation 4, they're like, oh, we're gonna release it for the PlayStation 4 with all the expansions. And we're like, oh, great, now we can play it on the PlayStation again. And I don't know why, but we're gonna buy it again. I thought we got the PlayStation 4 one. Okay, so Helper corrected me, we didn't get it for the PlayStation 4, but we did get it for the Switch! And then we played the whole thing again on the Switch. And so yeah, we own a lot of copies of Skyrim. It's like, and the funny thing is, I think Helper has done everything, but I have not, because I think there's a, I'm trying to remember, because every time I play, I try to do something different. I usually try to do something Helper would never do. So I usually end up playing like really warrior heavy with like no magic, because he's obsessed with magic. He did something funny on the Skyrim character. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think he went invisible all the time. He said he was a ninja mage. I don't remember.
Mage Assassin.
Oh, Mage Assassin. He corrected himself. But yeah, it's like once he figured out he can go invisible, he just went invisible all the time, and he would backstab the person and go invisible again, and then backstab the person. And I can tell you, it took a really long time to get through the game.
So, going back to the Virtual Console stuff. For me, like, the Wii, I went, like, all in on Virtual Console on the Wii. And so I have dozens and dozens and dozens of Virtual Console games on there. Many of which I've already played, many more of which I still plan to play. And so it's like, okay, I went all in on the Wii. The Wii U, I was like, it's mostly the same games on the Virtual Console. They didn't really come up with anything I didn't already have for the Wii.
I think the only difference between the Wii and the Wii U is the Wii U has Game Boy Advance games on it. I remember that distinctly.
Yeah, but since I already have a Game Boy Advance, I'm like, yeah, I just buy the originals.
Alright, so we got storyline.
Yeah, look at this.
Somebody carved something in the ground. What could it be? Oh. It could be magic.
Wait, Hugo!
Dun dun dun. Spirits. That's something that I would expect anyone else to say but her, I think. Except for maybe Fubar. I don't think Fubar would have said spirits.
He's been teleported to the labyrinth of the Minotaur.
Oh no.
Where am I?
Just don't jump in the fire, Hugo! I don't know why this makes me think of, like, Jade Cocoon or something. That doesn't even make sense. Wow, that camera view is not helpful.
No kidding.
Oop, door. Oh! It's Chris.
Interesting.
Oh. Hi. How did you beat me here?
Chief Sana? What are you doing here?
I took the back entrance. I am the Chisha village chief, but I'm also the lifetime companion of Smappy. Oh, that's interesting.
Are you his wife?
That's what she just said. I have been called that. I was the only one allowed to come here, and the only one allowed to be with him. I wanted you to find the way here on your own. So did he. Now I will take you to him, to Smappy, the Flame Champion.
Oh, yes! Please!
Finally! After all this time, we get to meet him! Chris seems very sad about this.
Sana?
This is him, Smappy, the one I loved. Loved?
This means we...
Ah, it looks like another person shares your timing. Oh no, it's the viewers! Who could it be? We'll never know! It's the end of Hugo's chapter. Alright, so that's the end of
Hugo's chapter.
Hugo's chapter 3. So then we're going to save here, and we'll see you guys next time for Chris's chapter 3. And although it's kind of silly because we kind of already know where she's going to end up. We'll just have to find out how. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.
Bye, guys!